Okay, hi, I'm Derrick Kuzak, and I'm Group Vice President for Global Product Development at Ford.
Derrick, we're here today to see what's new at Ford, and you've mentioned some new things, new to most of the public, I believe, something like GTDI. Explain what that is and explain how it works on fuel economy.
Sure. GTDI is an acronym, like we use a lot at Ford, that stands for Gas Direct Injection Turbo. We also have a brand name, we like to call it Twin Force. And what it does is it combines advanced valve train technology that controls the valves of the engine with direct injection. So just like diesel, but in a gasoline engine, the fuel is directly injected into the combustion chamber, and a turbocharger. We combine all three of those, and it allows us to reduce the displacement of the engine. So that would normally, for example, be a 4.6 liter engine can become a 3.5 liter engine. A V8 can become a V6. A V6 can become an I4. And it's through that lower displacement that you really get very large fuel economy gains, so that you have a gasoline engine that starts approaching the fuel economy gain of a diesel engine.
And that's a big deal right now, because we are looking at this, the Cynic having a different CAFE of 35 miles per gallon. So you guys are really going to have to do everything you can, bring out all the technology that you can.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. And clearly there are discussions in Washington about increasing CAFE. But from our perspective, this is really customer-driven. One of our most unmet needs for our customers is better fuel economy. And that's why we're spending so much time on improving our fuel economy today and then planning for it tomorrow. But we also recognize in doing that we need to be part of the CO2 solution. And Ford as a company is committed to reducing its CO2 footprint.
I want to go away from just fuel economy, because there are things besides fuel economy that are mattering to a lot of Americans, and that's emissions. And part of the complex curve that you will have to face is the CO2 emissions, but the other part is evaporative emissions. And you have something called PZEV. Can you explain what that is?
Yeah, it's partial zero emission vehicles, and it's just that. It's vehicles that get us very close to not having any emissions. And we have a large number of vehicles that are at that level already within our existing Ford fleet. And what it requires you to do is actually not only address the emissions from the tailpipe, but also address the emissions, for example, from all of the fuel lines in the vehicle. And even when you're dispensing fuel into the vehicle, to be able to control any emissions that might come out of the vehicle while you're dispensing it. So it really is a technical achievement for us to have achieved that very low level of emissions already in a large number of our vehicles.
You have the largest number of vehicles of any corporation.
Thank you for reminding everyone that is correct, and we're very proud of that. Thanks.
And along with that, and if you were really looking at a clean car, could you do flex fuel and PZEV on a gasoline car?
Yeah, actually, a lot of the technologies, when you try to do PZEV, become a little bit more complex, whether it's hybrid or whether it's ethanol. But in all cases, we are working and we're relatively close to being able to ensure that those technologies also migrate to PZEV vehicles.
And I do know that it would be a lot more expensive to do, say, a flex fuel hybrid PZEV car, but can it be done?
The technology, as I indicated, we're actually working on now, and we do already have plans for ethanol hybrid vehicles. And the major concern that we're working on actually is ensuring PZEV capability. So the work's ongoing. We're pretty close to being able to confirm the technology.
What's your biggest hurdle right now?
Well, I think you're speaking specifically around fuel economy and emissions.
Yes. We know that Ford has other financial things that they're working on and all that, but what on a nationwide, we know that fuel economy and emissions are big right now. What's the biggest hurdle for you?
I'm not sure I'd call it a hurdle. It's really understanding what we will do to achieve what we need to accomplish from a fuel economy and CO2 perspective, sort of in the time frame of 2012 and beyond. Talked earlier today about our technology plans before that to enforce GTDI being one of the main contributors to fuel economy prior to that. But we recognize that beyond that time frame, we need to even further improve our CO2 footprint and further improve our fuel economy. So at that point, we'll really be looking at combinations, as you indicated, of better gasoline engines, better diesel engines, but combined, for example, with substantially lower weight vehicles. And what will be the best technical and the best economical answer for our customers is what we're trying to sort through right now.
How long before you have a diesel that can be in all 50 states?
Well, for us, that's the question of when will we have diesel in passenger cars.
And you won't have it unless you can bring it out in all.
Absolutely, right.
Derrick, thank you very much.
You're welcome, thanks.